This episode of the Stephen King Movie Club is brought to you by Audible. Audible is the leading provider in audio content on the web. They have thousands and thousands of audiobooks to choose from, including Stephen King's newest audiobook, Mile 81. You can get a free audiobook download right now by going to audiblepodcast.com/skfancast and signing up for your free trial. Welcome to another episode of the Stephen King Movie Club, which is brought to you by the Stephen King Fancast. My name is Matt, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Langoliers today. First, I apologize for the funny lighting in here. It's an unusually bright day here in Oregon, so sorry about that. Also, I want to say that I'm breaking format from past episodes a bit, just to make this a little bit funner. I want to take a second to encourage you to check into the Stephen King Fancast on Get Glue, and feel free to leave any comments on this or any other episode of the Movie Club by hashtagging SKMC during the check-in, so I know your comment has to do with Stephen King Movie Club. First thing I want to bring up about this movie is IMDb's horrible description of it. And this is a direct quote from the Langoliers page on IMDb. Most of the passengers on an airplane disappear, but the remainder land the plane in a mysterious barren airport. That's it. That's the entire description. One sentence. Yeah, I don't think that's encouraging anyone to either see or not see this movie, to be honest with you. Here's the description Netflix has for the movie. 10 people awake on a red-eye flight from Los Angeles to discover that the other passengers, the flight crew, and the pilots have disappeared. After a passenger, David Morse, manages to land the plane, the small group of survivors soon make a startling discovery. Not only are they alone on the plane, but they're alone on the planet. The sole sound on Earth comes from the mysterious Langoliers, who are systematically destroying everything in their path. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I'll let that stand. I will add, however, that this movie was directed by Tom Holland. You'll need to know that for a joke later. Just keep it in mind. Alright, so this movie is really bad. Like it's really bad. I have a couple of reasons why. Bronson Pinchot plays the part of Mr. Toomey, and some of the comments I got from my regulars say that he did it badly, and I tend to agree. In Mr. Pinchot's defense, however, he is playing a character that is annoying and psycho. He goes all daddy issues.
They're coming, son. The Langoliers are coming.
No, no one is coming.
They're coming for you. You've been bad.
You had an appointment in Boston, and you skipped it.
No, it wasn't my fault. I was kidnapped.
There are no excuses! Lying down on the job is lying down on the job.
I don't want my job.
What?
I don't want my job, and I don't want my life. Since I was 5 years old, you've been loading on the pressure, seeing if you could make me explode. Well, I am going to explode, Father, and I don't give a damn. You know what I did? I bought $43 million worth of bonds I knew were total garbage.
You did what?
I burst on a target on my own head. I went out. I went out.
Get a hold of yourself, for God's sake! Now, are you ready to get with the program?
Why can't you love me and leave me alone?
Love is not part of the big picture! Now, are you gonna look at the big picture, or do I have to let them have you?
No, they don't even exist.
They exist.
No.
They were here, and they'll be back. They'll be back for you, you lazy sack of dirt!
What can I do? What can I do?
What can I do? What can I do? You do whatever you have to do, and you get to Boston. Because if you don't, Craigie Waggy, they are gonna chew the eyes right out of your head.
Daddy, no, make them go away! Make them go away, please! Just make them go away! Make them go away! Okay? Okay?
Toomey! Craig Toomey!
And gets all stabby with a 13-year-old blind girl. Kind of makes him not very likable. The CGI in this movie is not good at all. I understand that this movie was made in 1995 prior to wonderful CGI effects, and there will always be those transition movies that have subpar graphics as we move from one technology to another. This is obviously one of those movies. Look at the plane here.
CA.
This place is utterly, totally deserted.
Air Force Control, this is American Flag, Flight 29. Do you read?
Now check out the monsters. These are the Langoliers themselves.
You may think you're running, but you're not. You're scampering!
No! No! Daddy, no! Make them go away! Please make them go away! I'll be good! I'll be good, boy! Please, I promise I'll be good if you're not safe!
Good Lord, look at that!
What is it?
Get out of here!
I know, right? It's way bad. Here's the ending sequence of this movie.
I'm so happy.
Really? Joyously running down a corridor, hands clasped and leaping into the air. Credits. Tom Holland can go to hell. What kind of scene was that? Oh my science, it's so horrible. One more time? You got it.
I'm so happy.
After seeing that scene twice, and so quickly, one after the other, I will assume that most of my viewers have committed suicide. For those of you left, let us power through our grief of viewers lost and continue on. Let's talk about these Langoliers for a minute, shall we? The premise is that these little Pac-Men come along behind time and literally devour the past as we move forward through time. While I was watching the movie, I was also running a viewing party via Get Glue, and Luann posed the question, if Langoliers eat time, then what do they poop? My theory is teeny tiny little TARDIS pellets. What do you think? Leave your ideas in the comments section for this episode on iTunes or YouTube, or you can always hit us up on Facebook, Get Glue, Google+, Tumblr, or Twitter. This movie is bad in many, many ways. I do, however, enjoy this movie because of the premise behind it. It's a great idea for a movie and reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode, The Odyssey of Flight 33. Check it out and you'll see what I mean. Another reason I like it is my affection for finding parts of the movie where they messed up. Watch the pilot's headset very closely here. Did you see it? I love finding those little mess-ups. Well, that's it for this episode of the Stephen King Movie Club. Thank you for joining me. Also, a big thanks going out to Bryant, Luann, Jeff, Larry, and YouTube user Califasto for your contributions. Next episode will cover Salem's Lot. For info on the Salem's Lot viewing party, or to subscribe to the Stephen King Movie Club on either iTunes or YouTube, links to any of our other pages, or to check out the Stephen King Fancast, head over to our blog at skfancast.wordpress.com. Long days and pleasant nights.